Apple Creator Studio is the newest Apple's creative set of apps, which includes their best products such as Final Cut Pro for a relatively low monthly fee. And yeah, they all end with Pro. In this video, we will look into what exactly this app collection offers, what happens to your existing apps if you have purchased them earlier, I mean $300 software, and is the subscription worth it? The video will be split into different parts, so feel free to skip throughout the chapters. Let's get into it. Part 1. What is Apple Creator Studio? So as I mentioned in the beginning, Apple Creator Studio is a collection of Apple software, most of which is used for professional work such as video editing, motion graphics, and so on. But some of these apps are meant to replace other popular software such as Photoshop and After Effects. But what is supposed to set Apple's set of apps apart is its integration with Apple Intelligence. But I wouldn't say features of Apple's AI like image creation based on ChatGPT or auto-creating subtitles for video editing are somewhat special. Also, all apps in the collection are built with liquid glass. Yeah, this one will never get old. Part 2. What Apple Creator Studio offers. The first app it offers is Pixelmator Pro, which is for complex design and image editing. It includes approximately 80% of the Photoshop functionality, but it is mainly focused on things most people use, like tools for image color correction or creating content for social media, not on very niche things Photoshop has, like 3D Viewer. The second app is Final Cut Pro, which is for video editing, and unlike other editing software, it is quite easy to get started with, and then over time you can learn more complex features and install some plugins. That's basically what I did. This sets it apart from other professional editing software like DaVinci Resolve, but it also isn't as powerful and lacks some features. The third app is Motion, which is mainly an addition to Final Cut Pro, responsible for motion graphics and complex animations. Basically, it is an alternative to well-known After Effects, and unlike Adobe's software, it is much easier to use, but lacks a huge community and support for a lot of plugins. The fourth app is Logic Pro, which is a music production program. I'm not familiar with this software, but after some careful research, I found that Logic Pro is kind of popular throughout music artists and it has a big sound library, so might be useful. Other apps in this collection are Keynote, Pages, Numbers, and Freeform. Basically free apps that in this specific collection gain some powerful new features. So don't be surprised if in a couple of years they will become fully paid. Part 3. Answers to common questions. So after the release of Apple Creator Studio, there were a bunch of questions like what happens to the previous versions of the software, or will Keynote and other free apps eventually become paid? Well, Apple has an answer on their official webpage, so to save you time researching, here they are. Number 1. You can continue using existing versions of Final Cut Pro and other apps, but it's not guaranteed that they will have feature parity with the subscription-based ones. Number 2. Keynote and Pages will remain free, but if you have a subscription, you have some additional AI features and a wider library of presets. Number 3. Most of the software requires macOS 13 and later, but for the best experience you need the latest version of macOS, obviously. And professional apps are available only on the devices with M1 chip. Part 4. Pricing. Apple Creator Studio is a subscription. There are two options, monthly and yearly. Monthly pricing is $13, annual one is $129. But for students, there is a massive discount. They can get access for just $3 a month or $30 yearly. For regular users, it isn't a bargain, but this subscription with its current pricing covers a lot of different apps. And if we compare them to the alternatives, which cost basically 4 times more, Apple's Suite is definitely a better option. So if you're interested in doing any kind of creative work, Apple Creator Studio is worth it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.